Hey everybody, come on in. This is a Daily Bern. We're going to start in just a minute. I'm just making sure that we're up everywhere and streaming. It looks like we're good. So come on in. I said we weren't going to do one today, but we are. I changed my mind. I do that a lot. So come on in. Please like and share. Get this out. And we'll start in just a minute. Invite your friends. Start a watch party. Those help a lot. Those actually work really well for sharing. But I really feel like we need to talk. That's why we're doing this. Saturday's supposed to be my day off for this, but we're going to have to gather today because we need to talk. Hey everybody, come on in. It's the Daily Bern. This is the war room of the political revolution. What this is a daily motivational show that we do for the revolution, for all of us that are out there fighting in this revolution in order to change our government and move this society forward into one that works for the people. So please like and share. Get this out as far as you can. We have to be the media. It's our responsibility, and that is our job. But what I wanted to talk about today, I said we needed to talk and start to own the fact that Bernie Sanders has massive support. Massive support. That should be clear as day to anybody with eyes. But mainstream media is a weapon that we will deal with every day moving forward. They will do all they can to stop us, to discourage us, to break us. But what you need to remember, and what I want you to understand, we are winning. We are crushing it. I'm telling you. And I'm not a big dreamer type person, not pie in the sky. I'm just being real. We're winning. We are doing what it takes to win. And we will move this forward and we will win. Did you see, Jeff? You're not late. You're right on time. Did you see the rally today? The Bernie's back rally? Like estimated 30,000 people there. 30,000 to see Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm finally learning how to get through her name. I stumble with that name. I have a lot of trouble with that one. But they had a massive rally today. Massive. Won't be covered on the mainstream media, even though it's got all of the biggest names in politics involved in it. All of the biggest names in politics were on that stage today. All of the biggest names in this country in politics right now were on that stage today. The progressive movement is winning. We are winning. We are doing what it takes to win. If we just keep moving forward, that I left no cards on the table. I want to know there's nothing more I could have. And if enough of us do that, we will be unstoppable. But the media is going to tell you all the way up until we win that we can't win because they always say it's impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela said that. It's true. Everyone wants to tell you it's impossible, wants to tell you it can't be done. But that don't make it true. That don't make it a fact. Who are they? This is the way change takes place. This always happened throughout time and history. What we're doing is going to make this change. We are going to win. Bernie is already the front runner. We are already winning. The media just won't ever show you that. The media point the cameras at what's actually going on. That's why there needs to be things like this. Why there needs to be little like this that try to get the word out and try to do whatever we can to inform people and to people to understand that this is the way to win. This is how to win. This is what we have to do if we want to win. And even Michael Moore, who is got Trump derangement syndrome to a massive level, where it makes it where he doesn't even think sometimes. It seems like he's not capable of logic sometimes, you know? And even he has come out in the mainstream media endorsing Bernie Sanders for president. Even Michael Moore. It's clear to everyone who's paying attention and to everyone who cares. And Michael Moore understands it. Win. Bernie is winning. No one has ever. Can you think of a politician in your lifetime that had this kind of support? Had a rally with 30,000 people. The permit was for 20,000, and they estimate that 10,000 people went over capacity standing out. It's amazing. The pictures are amazing. Look them up of the rally, the Bernie's back rally. They're doing fantastic. The campaign is killing it. We're winning. But the media is never going to tell people that. They're never going to point the cameras at that. They'll tell people that. So it's our job to tell people. It's our job to focus on it and put that in front of everyone. The pictures of those rallies, the rally today, it is unreal, the support for this man. When you couple that with what he's put together here, this revolution, he's given us a perfect pathway to victory. This is ours to win at this point. This is ours to win and ours to lose. We have to take full ownership of this. We have to move forward united. That is crucial. That is how we win. We stay united, we stay vigilant, and we stay active, we stay working, we stay in this movement and in this fight at all times. And that's how we win. And that's by the millions. There is 3 million people and counting and climbing every day, volunteering already to do all they can to do all they can to move this revolution forward, to move this fight forward. 3 million. It only takes 3% of a population to have a successful revolution. 3%. We can attain those numbers. That is our reach. Kyle says broadcast interruption error keeps coming up on my end. That could be problems with the computer. I'm working with settings. I think I've got the lighting right, although I look like I need a tan, but I'm not going to get a spray tan like Donald Trump. But the lighting is better, and I think it looks a little better if I sit further away. I wanted to test a few things, but I wanted to talk to you guys because it's important for us to understand we're winning. We're winning. I think a lot of times we get sidetracked by how much we're up against and by how the media won't point the damn cameras at it, at the fact that we're winning, at the fact that we're overwhelming this rigged system with our numbers. We're doing what has to happen. We are making it happen right now. And this is our time. It's not going to be a better time come along. And we can't wait. We can't wait anymore. There is no more waiting. There's no more waiting for the right time. And we're not asking for permission. We're not asking for any of this. Those of us that are in this fight fully understand that we're going to have to take this. We have to take it. They're going to fight and scream and kick and claw and lie. Lie is what they'll do. And they'll distort the truth and paint reality in real time all the way up until we win, all the way up until they have to kneel down before us. And this whole greed-driven system comes crumbling down. Until that moment, they will make it look like we're losing. Did you see what Tulsi said to Hillary? We are winning. They know we're winning. Tulsi and Bernie both smell blood. Trust me, they're career politicians. They know that they've won this already. This is in the bag. We have already won. I'm telling you. And the establishment be and the powers that be are terrified of what is happening right now. And they're going to do everything they can to convince the average person that it's not happening. But what we do is exude that confidence and inform people and get out there and let people know that yes, Bernie does have massive support. A good way to do that is to put a bumper sticker on your car. Get a Bernie bumper sticker. I'm mailing one out to my cousin today. Tomorrow. I'm going to get that in the mail tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. I forgot what day it was. All day I thought it was Friday. All day I thought it was Friday. But tomorrow's Sunday, so I can't mail it. But Monday morning, that'll go out to my cousin, Jennifer, and she'll get one on her car. But put one on yours. That is the best way, really, to show support. And people need to see that. The average person needs to see these bumper stickers. They need to see the Bernie gear. Wear your shirt out in public. Your hat, your buttons, anything. Do whatever you can to raise excitement. I think that's going to be what we get more people with, is by creating excitement for this fight, by acting like winners, because we are winning. The polls are rigged, and people will want to show me polls when they show favorable sides. Like there are polls that exist, many polls that exist, that show that Bernie is the clear front runner. There are many polls that show that. The mainstream media polls don't show that. They show Elizabeth Warren or Biden is the front runner. But that is a lie. They don't care. They'll lie all day long. They'll never stop lying. That's all they have is deceit. And that's all they know. That's what they practice and deal in. So that's what they'll do. We're up against that regardless. So we just have to accept it. Accept it as the truth of the situation. And move forward united and stay vigilant. And that's all we have to do. It's not even that complicated. We've just never been taught how to do this. We've never been trained for this kind of a fight because we've never been taught how to participate in democracy. Nobody wants us to know how. The powerful don't want us to know how. They do whatever they can to make sure that we never learn. But this is how. And that's why I wanted to make a show like this. I wanted to make an inspirational show to show that this is happening. There was a lot of independent media out there that existed that was telling people that it's rigged, to telling people what we're up against and all of that. And that's well and good. Let's not ignore that. I'm not saying ignore the fact that it's rigged, but show that we're winning. Tell people that this is what to do. People need to be led. It's sad, but I'm right. Maybe not you and not me, but your average person, people. This is off topic, but in Men in Black, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith are talking on the picnic bench, and Will Smith's like, why don't you just tell people the truth? People are smart. They can handle it. When Tommy Lee Jones explains that, that's the best way I've ever heard it explained. And I'm not going to get the quote right, but it's, a person is smart, but people are herd animals, and they're panicky, and just go off history. Don't take my word for it. Go off history. The society don't have the greatest track record for making the best decisions under pressure. And the media is going to put us under massive pressure. And the way they're doing that is with their boogeyman, Donald Trump. And that's all that he is a made-up boogeyman. The Trump derangement syndrome is real. That is very real, and that's created by the media. They did that. They're responsible for that. That's what they're going to use. That's the establishment weapon. Did you notice at the debates that that's all they wanted to talk about was Donald Trump? We're not even running against Donald Trump right now. We're trying to decide who the best Democratic candidate is. Yeah, we want to find out if you can beat Donald Trump, but let us make that decision based on you. Why are we talking about Donald Trump right now? Am I the only one that thought that was weird that they had such a huge focus on Donald Trump at the debate? It's all they want. I said on the wrap up show that I felt that Donald Trump won the debate. As much as they talked about him, I wonder if the broadcast is lagging because we're not getting much interaction. Comment. This is a live show, so I feed off the comments and I want to hear from you. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood. And if you need any evidence, just look at the facts. Like, I understand people get overwhelmed. This is a huge fight. What we're talking about doing is massive. Because the way that things got the way they are is we allowed rich people to buy off the government. We let them buy it up. And they've gotten a lot of control. And we also let them buy up and control the media. So they're in control of the truth. They're in control of what people hear. What people are told is true. They get to paint reality. That's a lot of power. That's a lot we're up against, and it can get overwhelming. I understand, but we need to believe in this. There is power in belief. Massive amounts of power in belief. Your mind is very powerful. You can will things. You can will things into existence by believing in them, by deciding that you want them, and by doing the work and putting in the effort. No matter what, even when it gets hard, you can have it. A lot of times people just need to be told no and they'll quit. They'll give up. Well, we're going to get told no a lot along the way. We're going to get told no quite often. We're going to be told that we can't have any of these things, that none of this is possible, that this is all pipe dreams and fantasy. Well, it's not. It's real and it's happening right now. So be a part of it. Go to berniesanders.com. Find out if there's a way you can volunteer. There's lots of ways to volunteer. You'd be amazed at all the different ways. But just do all you can. Maybe you don't have time to volunteer. Donate any amount. Any amount. Don't think that an amount is too small. The average donation is $18. Give whatever you can. If all you can give is $5, give $5 or $1 even. Every bit counts. We're running against big money. We're up against big moneyed interests, and we're fighting against a lot of propaganda. But we are winning, and we're going to win. We need to own that and stay in that mentality, because that confidence is going to attract more support than desperation will. Desperation reeks. Nobody's attracted to desperation. You got to be confident, exude confidence, act like winners. We're winning. We're killing it. They will lie and change reality and distort the truth and try to make it look like we're not, all the way up until we win. Like I said, they always say it's impossible till it happens. This is our time. The time is right now. So we need to do all we can, and believe. And if we start acting like winners, I think that more people are going to be inspired and more people are going to join our fight and join our movement and even get attention drawn to it, because people need to see that. They want to win. People aren't wanting to be led around. They aren't wanting the way things are. They're convinced that that's the right thing, that that's the way it's supposed to be. This is the way it is. The health insurance is expensive and it's something that you earn and not something that you're just given. It's something that you have to work hard for. Kathy says we were all asleep. Not anymore, though. Woke as F, as Tim Black would say. Bernie's back rally, absolutely huge. We got this. She's right. It's massive. The support for Bernie Sanders is massive. And like I said, it only takes 3%. If we take advantage, full advantage of every opportunity that we get to flex in this, we will destroy the establishment. And they know that. So they are going to do everything they can to hide it. All war is deception. This is the war room. We talk about this like a fight because that's what it is. And all war is deception. Your enemy is going to lie and distort the truth. And like Jason says, the rally this morning was huge. Like he says, the groundswell support for Bernie Sanders is massive. It really is. There's no reason to be worried. The only thing that can make us lose is for them to break your spirit and break your will. And don't let them accomplish that task. Ignore them. Turn it off. Ignore the polls. The polls are fake. They're garbage. Don't allow yourself to your mentality to be controlled by weaponized propaganda. That's what you're allowing yourself to be led around by when you let the media control you. It's weaponized propaganda. It's lies. It is not the truth. It is a version of the truth. 3% is outstanding. I am stoked, Kathy says. We got this. 100%. So we need to own that and just don't listen. Stop sharing the polls, even the good ones. I'm serious. Even the good ones. I know it's tempting when you see one that says, look at this, Bernie is, at 64%, and, that's great when they actually show a real poll, and I get it. But pushing polls only reinforces theirs. Do you see what I'm saying? You get people focusing on polls, and they're like, well, look at these from MSN. They show that Elizabeth Warren has massive support. Where was Elizabeth Warren's massive rally? Where is any of Joe Biden's massive rally? Where is Joe Biden's campaign even? If you would listen to the media, you would believe a completely different version of reality than what your eyes show you. Like I shared a picture of the Bernie rally today, and I just said, use your eyes. Just use your eyes. What are your eyes showing you? We're winning. We're doing it. We're crushing it. This is happening. Be a part of it. Or if you don't want to be a part of it, get out of the way. If you're blue no matter who, sit the primary out. Go sit down. Let those that care vet the candidates, choose the best candidate, and move forward. And then we'll worry about Donald Trump. Do you see what I'm saying? Why are we worrying about Donald Trump right now? Donald Trump may not even be president by the time we have this election. They're talking about impeaching him. I don't think they will, but they're talking about it. Maybe they will. So why are we worrying about Donald Trump? Why are we focusing on Donald Trump? I don't see any reason why. Yeah, get you a bumper sticker. They're really awesome and they're high quality. They're high quality bumper stickers. They're not the cheap paper kind. They're the vinyl kind. And I'm going to read to you from the back of the bumper sticker. Our campaign is about a movement. I'm one part of it. The fat cats and corporations have the money, but we've got the people. And 99% is still a whole lot more than 1%. We can win if we all do our part. And what's the best thing you can do right now to build our movement? Put this bumper sticker on your car. Get your friends to do it too. It's better than buying expensive ads. It demonstrates your personal support, and that's something nobody can buy. If we can get a huge groundswell of bumper sticker support early, we will create an unstoppable wave. And what's the next thing you can do? Text the word Bernie to 67760, and that will enroll you in the official texting program of the campaign. And that's a great way to stay informed in what's going on in the revolution. But just be a part of it as much as you can. I say do all you can. And what I mean by that is what the best way I explained it is to pick one thing. Pick something. For me, it's this show and volunteering. But for you, it can be anything. But whatever you pick, decide that you're going to do it and then do it every day. Even when you don't want to, even when it's hard. Because no matter what you pick, even if you pick something you love, you're going to not want to do it one day. You're going to wake up one day and be like, I don't feel like it today. You make yourself do it, even on those days, and you can achieve anything, literally anything. Really can. If the mind is willing, the flesh can go on without many things. That's, I think, a Sun Tzu quote. I don't know who that is, but it's true. If the mind is willing, the flesh will continue on. If you believe that you can do something, then you can have something, then you can have it. Bernie is the only one to beat Trump in Iowa, Kathy says. Bernie is endorsed by all 99 counties. All 99 counties in Iowa have endorsed Bernie Sanders for president. In this Democratic race. All 99. Does the media talk about any of this stuff? You see what I'm saying? Why are we worried about the media, especially their polls? Why are we worried about them at all? Kathy says Nina went after Warren today. Yeah, Nina's amazing. And really, I hope she ends up being VP, although I think it'll be Tulsi. I really do. I expect Tulsi and Bernie to have a joint campaign at some point. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Nina would be an awesome VP and would excite a lot of people. She should be a motivational speaker. She's amazing at speaking and just an amazing voice for Bernie and for the revolution, and has done a fantastic job leading our revolution, the group, the movement. She is amazing. Nina is one of my favorites. And then another favorite of mine, a Bernie surrogate, is Killer Mike. Oh my, I love me some Killer Mike. I could listen to Killer Mike talk all day. And Killer Mike will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. We can do this. And it's right now is our time. This is when it's happening. It's happening right now. Be a part of it. Do all you can. At the end of it, know that there's nothing you could have done. Nothing more you could have done. And we'll win. And if we keep moving forward like that, we'll make all of this change. And this is big change we're talking about. We will make it all happen. All of it. Not half of it. Not a middle ground. We're not looking for any of that. All of it. We can have it all. All of this stuff that they're telling you is impossible. We can absolutely have it. If we do the work and believe in it. And does anybody think I'm wrong? Anybody here? There's a lot of people here. There's 28 people here on Facebook and no one is commenting. Have I told a lie yet? I was asked to talk about this today because people were concerned that they're worried. You don't need to be worried. Don't worry. Act like a winner because we're winning. They're like, you got to show people, you got to get it out there and let people know. And we do have to get it out there. That's important. But everyone's got to do it. We all got to do it. We all got to do all we can and raise our voice as loud as we can. That is what's going to make it happen. Us. Bernie reminds us of that as often as he can. He's always telling us, this is about you guys. You have to do this. We do. Not me, us. That's not just a slogan. It's a fact. It's the truth. And we're doing it. It's happening. So exude that confidence, Live in that. Because why act like we're desperate? We're not desperate. We're winners. We're the winners. We're winning. By far. By far. Elizabeth Warren has no real support. Joe Biden never had any real support. And Joe Biden imploded a long time ago. Elizabeth Warren imploded a long time ago. The media is lying. That's what they do. That's all they've ever done. That's what they're for. Their main purpose is deception. That's a fact. It's true. And do you know that our news can't even be called news in other countries? It has to be called entertainment. It has to be classified as entertainment. Because that's all it is. It's fine if you want to watch it, but know that it's fake. You know, the news, what you turn on when you turn on the TV and you get news off the mainstream media, is fake. It's manufactured truth. It's a version of reality. The establishment power structure's version of reality. What we want you to know today, presented by our talking head shills, our overpaid models and actresses and actors that read scripts and tell you what we tell them to tell you. That's what you get from that flickering box in your living room. It's nothing but lies. You know? And I a lot of times take it for granted. I feel like everybody knows that. But they don't. They don't. And they turn it on and they think it's true, and then they even allow themselves to get concerned. Like, Sean, the polls are saying Elizabeth Warren is the front runner. The polls are saying this. The media is saying this. The media will lie all the way up until we win, like I told you. They're going to distort the truth because their job is to fool the average person. They don't got to fool you. They got to break your spirit. They want to break your will, but they don't got to fool you. They got to fool your aunt or whoever watches the mainstream media and believes it's true. They got to fool that person. That's their target audience. That's who they're looking to talk to. That's who they want to point to, and that's who they're looking to convince. You, they're just looking to break your spirit, break your will. So they refuse to cover things, never point attention to it. They don't want to create excitement. They're not going to give us any free publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity, so they just don't even barely talk about Bernie. We got to do it. We got to own it. And when enough of us own it, when enough of us take full responsibility of this fight and realize that it is ours 100%, we will win. And it's going to happen now. And electing Bernie isn't even the end of the fight. Electing Bernie's only the beginning. And we understand that. We understand that. But we also understand that we're going to have to do all we can. And like I said, we don't need everybody. So don't get so concerned. And think about the way like Tulsi, because my theory is they're working together, Tulsi and Bernie. But Tulsi's an attack dog. But she's not a stupid woman. She's not going to overplay her hand. Look at the way she slayed Hillary Clinton on Twitter. Did you see what Tulsi said back to Hillary? Because Hillary accused her of being a Russian asset. You're going to tell me Hillary's not working in this election to try to distort public perception? And there's still idiots that listen to Hillary Clinton. She's out there telling people that Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian asset. That is an outright lie. Tulsi Gabbard is a soldier, an American soldier, and a senator running for president. She couldn't be more American. And for Hillary to call her a Russian asset is completely insulting and just beyond morally wrong. Just a lie of massive, epic proportions, but not one that surprises me coming out of Hillary's mouth. Hillary is a liar. The whole Russiagate story was probably made up by Hillary Clinton. Hillary has the media in her pocket. Hillary is part of the establishment power structure. She was supposed to be president. But we stood our ground. We stood our ground and we made the difference. We are the reason why Hillary Clinton is not president. We are the reason why she did not win. We need to realize our power. We are powerful. You know, a lot of people forget that. They'll get their spirit broken. You know, like when the Workers' Family Party didn't endorse Bernie. People got, oh no, oh no. These people are going to show us their true colors along the way. Don't worry about them. We don't need everybody. Like I said, we're going to win. We are. I know that. I believe it to my core, and I'm not an optimistic person. I build myself up to do this show because I don't want to get on here and talk to you guys if I'm feeling weak, because that's not the right message. That's not what I want to portray. But I believe to my core that we're going to win. And I know that we are winning. I can see it with my eyes and common sense. Everything shows me in reality that we're winning. The altered reality that comes out of the TV says that we're not. But don't believe that. Don't even give it any credibility. And definitely don't let it break your spirit. Kathy says I don't watch the BS news. Independent media for me. Good. And support independent media. Whenever you find good independent media, support it. Because that's the only way it's going to grow and thrive. Because the establishment and the powers that be will never push anything like this. You know, they're never going to tell you the truth, and they don't like people that do. So they would rather people that do don't get seen by very many people. You know what I'm saying? Kathy says I'm 65 and a Bernie boomer. Have many boomer followers on Twitter. We are here for future generations. You know, that is what you do. You plant trees, plant seeds that grow and benefit the future. You know, do things for the future. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to create a better world for me. I'm trying to create a better world for every generation moving forward. We should be trying to make sure there's a future for the future generations. You know, even if you don't have children and you're not into family and all of that, and you're not thinking like that, you got to at least care about humanity and that it's, you know, Greta Thunberg, um, she's doing all she can to spread awareness that we are like 10 years away from a climate crisis. That's probably on the liberal side. It's probably more conservative than that. A lot of scientists say it's worse than that. It is way past time to be concerned. It is way past time to fight. This is our time. The time is now. We can't wait. You know, a lot of economists will tell you that the economy is looking doomed and on path to collapse. The dollar is built to collapse. You know, but that is just, you can look up, you know, information on the Federal Reserve and just the foundation of our money. It's not backed by gold or anything, it's backed by debt. Every dollar that's printed that leaves the Federal Reserve leaves there with debt attached to it. So it's worth less than it was when it was printed from the moment it leaves the printing press. And you can't pay it back because if it comes off and it's a dollar and it's got 7% interest on it, you owe $1.07. So only a dollar exists in reality. You see what I'm saying? So you can't pay back the $1.07. The $1.07, the 7 cents keeps earning interest. That all snowballs. That's where they make, that's their racket, but it's built to implode. So things are set to get real bad if we don't make massive change. And the greedy will never self-correct. They will never decide that they've had enough. Jeff Bezos is not going to wake up one morning and decide, hey guys, you know what? Um, I make enough money. You know, I've made enough money and I can swim in a pile of gold like Scrooge McDuck. So I've decided I'm going to start paying into society now. He's not going to have that revelation. These people need to pay into society. What we're looking to do, all of these programs, all of these policies, everything Bernie's talking about, everything we're trying and pushing for is possible. And it's very possible because there is tons of money being left on the table. These billionaires are not paying any taxes. They're getting all the benefits of society and paying in nothing. How is that right? How is that right at all? Why are we tolerating that? That's the important message. That's why I love Bernie so much. That's why I love Bernie so much, is because he's empowering the people. And he's telling the people, you have to do this. This is your fight. I can lead you, I can show you the way, but I cannot do it for you. You have to do this. That's why I love Bernie Sanders, because that's the truth of it. They are not afraid of Bernie Sanders. They are afraid of us. The establishment and the powers that be are afraid of us, not Bernie Sanders. They're afraid of what Bernie represents, the force that's behind Bernie Sanders. And that is us. And we can do this. And they will kick us down. We will get knocked down. We will stumble. But keep getting back up, keep moving forward, and we will win. So just maximize all your opportunities. Do the most you can to inform yourself about Bernie's policies and about these things and about Medicare for All. Medicare for All is an enormous selling point because over 70% of the population in the United States supports Medicare for All. So Pete Buttigieg, Medicare for All, who want it, everybody wants it, Pete. Everybody wants it. And those that don't, just don't know what it is. They don't understand. They've been made to fear it. They get made to vote out of their own best interests by a lying media that distorts and colors the truth and paints reality however they want to. It's disgusting. It's terrifying what we're up against, really. But we can take it down. We're doing what needs to happen to do that right now. So be a part of it and do all you can. Keep fighting. That's all we have to do. It really is that simple. And if we want to achieve great things, we have got to stop asking for permission. Because like I said, they're never going to have a change of heart. They're never going to go, oh, okay, all right, you're right, I have enough. I have enough now. I have enough riches now. I can share with humanity. I can pay into society. I can help my fellow man. They're never going to have these revelations. The Walton family that owns Walmart, the largest employer in this country, they're never going to go, well, let's give our employees 40 hours a week so they can have insurance. And let's give them insurance. They're never going to do that. This system, this greed-driven, greed-based system will never self-correct on its own. And if you're waiting on a hero, you're in for a lot of disappointment because there's no hero coming and no hero possibly could. No one can save us. We have to do this for ourselves. And we are. So be confident. Exude that confidence. Think like winners. Look at that rally today and just take that in and ignore the media. Ignore the lies coming out of the media. Do you believe that anyone really supports Elizabeth Warren? The front runner that they're trying to sell you right now? Do you believe that anybody supported Joe Biden? I believe that Joe Biden had as much support as I believe in that corn pop story. And I think that corn pop story was a story told by a sad old man whose mind is slipping away. He couldn't even remember what president he worked for at one point. He worked for President My Boss. Those words actually came out of the man's mouth. President My Boss. Joe Biden never had any real support. It's all manufactured. It's all fake. And neither does Elizabeth Warren. Bernie is the front runner by far. By far. If the polls were real, they would reflect that. But they're not real. They're a weapon. So they're never going to. And every time he crushes, and every time we overwhelm their system and he crushes a primary, they'll act surprised. Well, I don't know how that happened. All projections showed that Bernie was going to lose. Blah, 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 blah. They will lie their butt off all the way up till they lose. They don't know anything else. The media doesn't know anything else but how to deceive. And all war is deception. I've said that before. I said it again. I'll say it 100 times because everybody needs to realize we're in a fight and the media is against us. So they are our enemy and they are going to do what they need to do to beat us. And what they need to do is lie and convince the average person that it isn't even happening. So that's what they're going to do. So at times, they will have to tell the truth and there'll be positive stories and people will get it. But then there'll be times when they're not showing things. And everybody's like, Sean, what do we do? What do we do? You keep doing what you're doing. Spreading the truth, being the media, informing people, and inspiring them. Getting that bumper sticker, putting it on your car. Doing what you can at every opportunity and creating opportunities and then maximizing on those opportunities as they arise. Sure that you're well informed, you know about all the policies, you know how they get paid for, you understand the tax bumps, because you know that the media is trying to sell propaganda that people's taxes are going to go up 40%. 40% of their income will be taxed for Medicare for all. That's the propaganda we're fighting against. So it's important to inform yourself on the realities of these bills and the realities of these proposals and how they get paid for so that you can fight that propaganda. Because I don't know if you've seen these commercials, the ones that are running against Medicare for all, but they are putting massive amounts of money into spreading lies about what Medicare for all even is, trying to make it sound like you won't be able to pick your own doctor. There won't be a doctor in the United States that doesn't take Medicare for all. Or a doctor that does for all would be an out of business doctor. You understand? That's how it works. The greed driven system goes away. We're doing away with that. That dies off. And they'll try to scare you with that. But the insurance companies won't be able to survive. Good. That's what we want. We want them to die off. They need to die off. They're killing people. They murder people. There are people that die every day because they can't afford the insulin that they need to survive. And we're allowing it to happen. We don't have to allow it. We don't have to let it happen anymore. We can stop this. We can turn this all around. We can upturn their whole apple cart. All we have to do is rise up by the millions, stay united, and stay in this fight. And if we do that, we're going to win. And we're doing it. But if you don't want to be a part of it, I would get out of the way. I really would. And these blue no matter who people who seem to really be blue no matter anybody but Bernie, blue no matter Bernie is what I almost said. But that's what it really is. You know, they're like, why won't you vote for somebody else? Vote for Pete Buttigieg. He's really classy. He speaks really well. And he does. He's very polished. He's got nothing I want. He's got nothing I want. Why won't you vote for Elizabeth Warren? Elizabeth Warren's a progressive. So what? She was a Republican for 30-something years, most of her life, you know, and considers herself a capitalist. So what? She's a progressive now. She changed her mind. She's got nothing I want. She offers me nothing. You see what I'm saying? She's got nothing. Kamala Harris got nothing I want. And I'm not alone in that. And we won't vote for these establishment shills. The establishment shill can't win. So if you pick one, you are choosing to lose. You will lose. Remember 2016. To ignore history is to doom yourself to repeat it. So don't ignore history. Don't. Learn from it. And something that we need to learn from it, those of us in this fight, is that we're doing the right thing. We are on the right path. We are doing what it takes to win. Historically, all throughout time, this is how change takes place. So it's happening, and we're doing it. We need to own that and stop listening to the media. Don't listen to the media. Kathy says, I'm willing to fight for everyone I don't know. Pass it on. Bernie is and always has been the front runner. Look at the grassroots donations, voters. Over 1 million individual contributions. Over 1 million. That's individual people now digging into their pocket. People like you and me. Over 1 million. This is historic. What is happening is literally historic, and it's not being reported on because the revolution will not be televised. That is not a clever thing to say, to put on a t-shirt. It is the truth. The media is propaganda. They're never going to tell people what's happening. They don't want this excitement to spread. They know they're going to lose. They're scared of us. They're afraid. Kathy says someone took a pic of a vote for Trump semi-truck in front of Bernie's rally area covered in socialism equals communism BS LOL. They're going to scare people to death with that, the socialism stuff, but Bernie's owning it. Bernie's very good at informing people. So the fact that he's owning it and he's getting out in front of it is going to really pay off. And I think people have told me that, well, I wish he'd shy away from it. No. That's why I share it in the description of every Daily Bern, the speech on democratic socialism. I share it because I think it's the most important speech he's given. You need to listen to it. If you haven't seen it, check it out in the comments. I mean, in the description of the show. It's Bernie's speech on democratic socialism. And I downloaded it and uploaded it to my channel because it is an important speech. It's going to go down in history. We are going to be remembered historically. We will not be reported on in real time, though. We need to understand that be our own media and own that 100%. That's the most important thing. We need to own it, that we are the media. So support independent journalism. Support the truth whenever you find it. Protect it because it's being killed off in real time. The truth is being suppressed in real time. So support independent media and support the truth and get it out there. Share it. Well, let me know what you guys want to talk about. There's a lot of people here, but there's not very many people commenting. This is a live show. I know that I never stop running my mouth, but that's only because I don't want there to be dead air. You know, I want to hear from you guys. And Kathy's talking over on YouTube, but there's like 41 people here on Facebook right now, and everyone's quiet as a mouse. I mean, I know I'm preaching, but jump in. This is the war room. I need to hear from my soldiers. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to focus and emphasis on? What do you think I need to say that I didn't say? I want to hear from you. I want us to, this should be an ongoing discussion, a place to gather and talk about this fight and inspire each other, motivate each other. You know, because motivation is like bathing. It doesn't last. You need to do it every day. And that's why I do this every day, because I needed there to be a show out there for those of us fighting in this revolution that was telling us that we're doing the right thing and to stay on this path. And this is how change takes place. And it didn't exist. So I made one up, and hopefully you like it. And, you know, it's growing. We're building an audience, so that's exciting. You know, it's getting out to more and more people, and I'm liking that. For a while, I thought people weren't going to like the show because all I talk about is how this is our responsibility and our job, and it is. But people don't like that. They don't like the responsibility of that. They don't want to take that ownership. They just would rather think, oh, no, there's nothing I can do about that. Well, there absolutely is. We can be the change we want to see starting right now. We don't have to wait. Our fight starts right now. Everything that we're going to do is already happening. We are in this fight, and it is very real, and it's happening. It's just being hidden. Don't expect them to show people. We have to show people. So get those pictures of that rally out today. Get that sea of people. Share that rally. Get people to watch it. It was massive. And it was very good rally, very inspirational. People were talking earlier about Nina's speech. That was great. Um, AOC did great. Everybody did great. It was a very inspirational and inspiring rally. But I love anytime Bernie speaks. I'm all ears. You know, that's what converted me. That's what brought me over to this movement in the first place. I wasn't political. I'm still not political. I wouldn't consider myself into politics. I believe in this fight because this is the way change happens. I believe in this fight because Bernie's empowering the people. And that is what's going to make change happen. That's the only thing that will and the only thing that could never has. Excuse me. But go ahead and let me know anything that you guys want to talk about. And I will, real quick, I'm going to bring up the Bernie events. I'm going to bring in the film strip so that we can talk about Bernie events real quick. I'm going to go to the place I get all my Bernie events from. This is a blog, if it loads. My poor computer is being pushed to its limits right now. But this is the blog I follow for Bernie events. This is a great blog. It's blog4presidents.us, and they cover every candidate. So even if you're into Trump, you can follow Trump on here. And they're going to cover everything he does, but they cover everything Bernie does. And Bernie's next big event is the End Corporate Greed Tour in Iowa on October 24th through the 25th. They are focusing heavy on Iowa, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events done in this tour. There's going to be town hall, the End Corporate Greed Town Hall on Thursday the 24th. And then at 8:20 that same day, another town hall with Bernie. And then on the 25th, the End Corporate Greed press conference and another town hall and the rally, the End Corporate Greed rally on Friday the 25th. So that's what's coming up with the campaign. But this talks about Ilhan Omar endorsing Bernie for president. This is a really great source for Bernie information. And that's about their legislation. This covers a lot of stuff. It's a good place to get information from. And then the Bern notice is the other place that you need to get your Bernie information from. Let me reload the page. See, my computer is really struggling. It has to have 3 tabs open to run the live stream, and it can barely handle it. But the new computer will be on its way. This is the Bern notice. This is the official newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. This is a great place to inform yourself about the campaign, and they take news from all over the media. Like that's a clip from Vox. This is from the Wall Street Journal. But this happened to have been an original piece. They have original pieces, but they also take mainstream media news when they cover the revolution, when they cover things that are important to us, and they put it here. So subscribe to the Bern Notice, and that'd be a great way to stay up to date on Bernie events and Bernie things and policies. Good way to inform yourself, because you need to do that. We need to realize we got to inform ourselves, because you got to be able to explain it to people. I've got a friend who's a Trump supporter, but I don't think he's that far away from being a Bernie supporter. I think I could convert him if he wasn't afraid of the taxes. He's afraid of the taxes. And he doesn't like Bernie's stance on guns. But the tax fear is propaganda, and that is being done by the media. They are scaring people. They're scaring regular people, and that's their job. It's what they've always done, is scared people and gotten people to vote out of their best interest. We have to inform them. We have to do it. So just get out there and do all you can. Be in this fight. Nissa says Michael Moore. Michael Moore endorsed Bernie Sanders, is now come out publicly and is talking about how Bernie can beat Trump. And I talked about that earlier, Nissa. Michael has massive Trump derangement syndrome. Michael is terrified of Trump, but Michael understands the reality of the situation. Only Bernie can beat Trump. Only Bernie can win this. The rest of those shills up on that stage are losers. They will lose. I guarantee it. If you run any of those people, they will lose. Trump will mop the floor with Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, any of them. Any of them. You nominate any of those people, you are choosing to lose. That is just a fact. So don't let them do that. If you're blue no matter who, like I said, sit the primary out. Let us pick the candidate and then fight. Then join back up in the fight. Join back up with us when it's time to fight. Because we're not even fighting Donald Trump yet. We're picking the best candidate to move our country forward. Kathy says people went to New York from all over the country for that rally. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. 30,000 people is the estimated attendance at today's Bernie's Back rally. 30,000. Kathy says was disappointment in 2016. Bernie equals Hillary Clinton. I don't forget. No, I know. But you know why he did that? Because he's afraid. He's terrified of Donald Trump. Michael Moore is right now representing the mindset of the average person. So he's a really good barometer of how the average person would feel. And the average person is understanding, beginning to come around to the knowledge that if they want to win, they're going to have to make drastic change. And people are afraid of change, but they're warming up to the idea that that's what's going to take. That's what needs to happen. And like Michael Moore, the fact that he came around and is endorsing Bernie now shows me, because he turned on us in 2016 and was a shill for Hillary, he did that because he was afraid of Donald Trump. And that's the same reason why he's endorsing Bernie now. He didn't have a change of heart. He's still making his decision based on fear. And they want the average person to make their decision based on fear, so they're going to keep scaring them. And that's interesting that Michael Moore, who bases his decisions on his fear of Donald Trump, has endorsed Bernie Sanders. And Michael Moore, whether you like him or not, and there's good reason not to like him, like Kathy said, whether you like him or not, has a massive following. And there's no such thing as bad publicity. Anytime people are talking about us, anytime people are talking about our fight in this revolution, it's a good thing. So I'm always for that. Any exposure is good. And Michael Moore's endorsement is good. He's not my favorite surrogate, but I'm glad that he is now. I'm glad that he is one. And moving forward, we need all the allies we can get. So, like I said, it's all going to be good. Anybody on the media talking about Bernie is going to be good. Kathy said he's from Flint, and so am I. Michael Moore has done a lot of good. He really has. But something happened. And if you really look at his actions in 2016, I think they came from a good place, but they came from a place of fear. Fear of Donald Trump. And he was buying into the media lie that was the only way to win, which is surprising because he's usually digging and usually thinking for himself, but maybe I'm giving the man too much credit, but he's come around to reality, which is a good thing. So I'm not going to look down on it, but we're winning, and that's what we need to own. That's what we need to fully wear and let it shine off of us. The confidence, exude that confidence, because we are winning. Share that rally out. that rally today. Share it as far as you can. Get it out to everybody. Let everybody see that we're killing it. We're crushing it. And we can win this. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been the Daily Bern. And Kathy said money, and YouTube says you can't say money. Kathy put dollar signs, and YouTube hit it. I'm gonna see if I can. Whoa! I did not delete your messages. I did not time you out, Kathy. Kathy, I didn't do that. I tried to show it, and every message says it's deleted now. Unreal. I did not do that. Kathy, if you're still here, on my end, it tells me every message that you gave was deleted. And it's giving me the option to view them. Can I bring them back? I don't know what happened. Kathy Lloyd was timed out by me on things and stuff. I did not do that. I apologize to Kathy for that. That is outrageous. This manipulation, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Kathy was the most active person at today's feed, and it makes it look like I kicked her. I was trying to show her comment. She had commented money, dollar signs, and YouTube hit it. And I was trying to show it, and I'm sorry, Kathy. Hopefully you came over to Facebook and joined us on Facebook. Kathy Wilson's here over on Facebook, and she says anytime people talk about individual one, does that still hold true? We're winning hearts and minds anyway, still leery about this election. I'm leery about it too, but I have faith. I believe that we're going to do what needs to happen, and I believe that we already are. We're going to win. I made it a really long time. I was going to wrap up just because I wanted a cigarette, but now that it kicked Kathy, I've got to see if she gets to come back, because I have to see what happens in 300 seconds. 300 seconds isn't that long, but I did not time her out. And I'm going to let her get a chance to be able to talk, because I want to see if it'll let me bring back these messages. This makes me angry. It's frustrating, I don't want to spend too much time on it, though. But let me know, is there anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap up? Kathy just got here on Facebook and is talking. So let me know, is there anything you want to get into before we wrap up today? Anything I didn't mention that you think I need to mention? Because there's a lot of things that are important here, a lot of things to focus on. But the last thing is the mainstream media. Don't listen to them. No matter what they're saying to you, it is nothing but lies and propaganda. That is all it is, and all it ever has been. Rise above it, Don't let it break you. That's what it's for. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break you. Trying to break your spirit, break your fight, break your will. It has to have been 300 seconds. It's driving me crazy. I need to stop worrying about that. Everywhere you turn, the truth is being suppressed and hidden. And things like this. Things like me trying to show her comment and then it deleting everything she put on here. She had a lot of good comments. That really upsets me. But I think it's been 300 seconds, and I don't know. I hope she doesn't think I kicked her. I hope she knows I didn't do that. But thanks for watching, guys. This is the Daily Bern, and we don't usually do it on Saturday, but I felt we needed to, because there were people that were still concerned. They're still like, You got to tell people that we're winning. Who doesn't know that? Trust your eyes. Believe what your eyes are showing you. Bernie Sanders in this revolution has massive support.